Are you hearing voices? Do trees, trains, and toilets talk to you at night? If the answer is yes, have no fear, because our speaker was here to tell you, loud and clear, you are no schizophrenic, sir. I did believe for one small moment that the speaker had felt the pain of conference, the burden of conference. It had taken its toll. I did question whether the speaker had lost their marbles. No! Instead, we were treated to a musical, magical menagerie of the spoken word and the voice and the art of speaking, and it was a delight to listen to. A confident, arresting opening, an instant connection was forged between the speaker and the audience with aplomb aplenty. A cacophonous, charming serenade was belted out to beautiful acclaim by all, I'm sure. What followed was a flowing cornucopia of language, vocabulary, and life's most simple and most recognizable objects, things that brought to us the power of the world and the abundant power shone throughout of the human voice. An indication of purpose was provided. We knew where the speaker was taking us on this journey, and that was a delight to register. A direction was given, and away we went. Lips, teeth, tongue, a human trichome, just one example of the majesty of vocabulary, grammatical flair, and skill that was on show throughout the duration of this speech. The humour was free and flowing. It was constant. It wasn't offensive. It wasn't stand-up. It allowed us to enjoy this speech for what it was, a masterclass. Warm, endearing. And why did it work? Because it grabbed us. We were hooked from start to finish, and we enjoyed this presentation unfold. A stunning vocabulary. I am going to attempt it. And throw and ball rising. Well done, speaker. Delectable, savourable, just as sumptuous as the food later to be provided at the gala dinner. Word pictures were given, presented to us, accompanied by fruitful and fitting gestures that were clear and defined. They weren't hiding behind some sort of bravado, like that sort of thing. They were clear. We had smiling toilets. We had talking trees. We had poor, wailing little leaves. That will be a theme later on, you'll see. Animated facial expressions peppered and punctured the speech, and they were delightful. Grow up, we were told. A call to action, if nothing else. A conversation, no stand-up performance indeed. It was tethered to us throughout. And the side comments broke the fourth wall. They engaged us. That little tilt there, I loved it. Absolutely delightful. Out of the world of the wailing leaf and a nod to us, the audience. That's who matters. And it strengthened that connection. And then we had a change in tone. Variable. Voice modulation, done perfectly. And we had this poem. And it stopped the speech in its tracks. It broke the rhythm of the speech, not to the speech's detriment at all. Instead, it only added another dimension to the speech. Then we came full circle. We started with a song, a serenade, and we concluded with a definitive end, just like the poor little leaf, clinging on for dear life before being plopped into the mouth and gobbled up in your salad. Some advice. Brief, because this was a masterclass. There was a slight shake, a bit of a groove. I wondered if the speaker was practicing for her Brothers of Swing performance later on. A tilt. It was a little distracting, and it did detract from the speech a little. The speaker was not note-bound constantly, but there was a tilt to the head sometimes, and that lost the power of the voice, the majesty of the voice. There were some hands outstretched, and that slightly took away from some of the more pronounced gestures, those smiling toilets, for example. Keep those gestures impactful, sustain them, let them live, unlike our poor little waving leaf. And that will add much more colour to this speech. Overall, it was a glamorous, glitterful presentation, one that lit up and made us smile, just like the happy toilet. And I commend it very well indeed.